Hey y'all, it's Jofer, the cranky old gay guy. Today it is Thursday, and it's only around 89, so I think we're having a cold front. Make sure it nips hard. Let's go ahead and talk about today's subject, which is gay dating apps and how they make me cranky. Well, the gay dating apps in general are two categories. There is the hookup app like a Grinder or a Sniffies. And Sniffies isn't really an app, it's a website. I think they had an app, but now it's not carried by Google or Apple, so you have to go to their web page and download it from there if you want the app. Otherwise, just log in with the www URL number or code address. And then you have things like Christian Mingle and eHarmony and Plenty of Fish, which now offer options for gay people to meet. And then you have Hinge, which I heard about when Pete Buttigieg mentioned that's how he met his husband. Hinge was different than other apps in that it was a lot more in depth. You actually filled out answers to little essay questions, and supposedly that's supposed to find you an excellent match, etc. All of them are really lame in what kind of photos you can show. Some will not allow any pubic hair. Let's say if you're wearing a bathing suit, it gets dinged if the pubes are coming out of the suit. Some don't let you show nipple, um, which is really odd. Others won't let you have a picture if there's a slight bulge in your pants. I mean, even if that's how your pants fit, I don't know how they're monitoring this with people or robots, but you can get canceled off those sites. They're all overprotective, which doesn't make sense because it's all about protecting the children. However, there is an age verification when you log in and set up the app. So you have to be over 18 to be on it anyway. So I don't know what children they're trying to protect. So let's move on specifically to an app that there's two apps that, oh, what was that? There are two apps that came into my world. One's 4 or 5 months ago called Archer, which I'd never heard of. And it's a lot like Hinge in that you fill out this kind of stuff and that kind of stuff. And the way it's laid out, it's not just a gallery of photos. You have to swipe and you have to hit a title bar to get each section of the bio. Um, it is pretty much the same people in the Portland area that are on all of the apps. So you recognize these people. They just, I don't know, maybe this is going to be a more professional way to use it. What I didn't care for on Archer was it seemed too much, just too much. And the photos, again, very limited. How many portraits do you want to see of the same person? Hmm. Anyhow, um, let's jump over real quick to this one that just showed up last week, and it's called You Me Talks. And from what I can tell, it's totally fictitious. Uh, you can go on, and there's a lot of photos of people, and I don't recognize any of them. There's 100 photos I'd searched through. None of them look familiar. When you click on one to look at their actual profile, it will tell you where they're from. And I found one that was from Miami. All the rest are Ukraine, Argentina, etc., etc., etc. Also, a problem I'm having with this is that the chats, though you'll get chat requests all the time, five, six, seven a day. And this is just from signing up. And I've found no way to unsign up. I can't get out of the profile. I can't change my email. All I can do is block the email when it comes. But I get, I guess they're preformed chat requests to start a conversation with things you'll get a message that says, if you could be a tree, what kind of a tree would you be? And why would you be that kind of tree? Do you like the leaves on that tree? I mean, it just questions out of the blue try to get you to think, I guess, so you can get more in depth. And if that was coming from a real person, that might be interesting, but it's not. When you send a message to someone, You can flirt with them. They call this a flirt, where a menu comes down and you can pick these pre-written questions. So if you were to do that, you can send it to someone to get their attention, or you can flirt, which is, I think it's just an emoticon saying, hi, sexy, or whatever. The problem with this, and you can do this for free, the problem I have with it is that you have no idea who's actually sending this. Because when you click on who is sending it, you don't know if they really did or not, because it's not really coming from them. It's coming from a premeditated response. And to test this, after a week and a half on the site, I went in and I changed my profile to give absolutely zero information about me. I changed my photo to a picture of dry peeling paint on a board. And since that time, I've had approximately 21 chat requests and 18 little notices saying, so and so made you one of their favorites. Why would you make peeling paint your favorite? Because it's not really a person. It's their bots just sending out crap. Because if you actually want to email someone and get a message through, you have to become a paid member for the sale price right now of $9.99 per month. And that gets you 65 credits. And I don't know how much it is to send an email, but other systems that use a credit system, it's not a lot. For $10, you might get 2 messages. Is this really worth it? No. Another red flag is their search engine. You can search by country, by age, and by gender. By gender, I mean if you want a man, a woman, a trans person, everybody. Searching by country, useless. I can say, let's see who's in the United States. But you can't search by state. You can't search by city. Why, if I'm looking for a romantic relationship, which speak or Yumi Talks is what that's supposed to be. This is a romance site. Why would I want to start a romance with someone who's 2,500 miles away? It doesn't make any sense. You can't see anyone who's local because you can't search down that far. This tells me that this is a haphazardly put together app that was fashioned after some other app. They're just copying things from it, and they didn't bother to take the time to actually make it a usable app. So I would suggest, and again, this is just my take on it, Yumi Talks is it's not a real dating app. So use it at your own peril. Now, if Yumi Talks, if you are real, please do contact me and explain to me how it is anyone's supposed to meet anyone using your app. Okay? Moving on. I spoke to some people about their app usage, and I kind of agree with them. And that is the topic of chatting back and forth. Personally, I get a lot of chats or emails. Oh, back to this. With the email on the Yumi Talks, you can chat through these pre-typed question and responses. But if you want to send someone a picture, it's an email. And you can't read your email and you can't send your email unless you're a paid member. So that's kind of scammy too. Going back to conversations in chat, I get a lot of messages that'll say, hey, that's it. Or sup. Or hey, bro. That's it. Most of those profiles, you'll click on who sent this. There is no photo in the profile, and there is no information in their bio, or it'll just say man, or man age 39. You, as someone on the app, how do you expect anyone, or why would you expect anyone to respond to you if with the little y'all, hey, hey, or no photo? At least have a photo in your bio, so if someone checks your photo or checks your profile, they know that you're a person, or at least pretending to be a person, and they can see what you look like. Because believe it or not, in the gay world, it's very, very visual, and people know what they like and what they don't like for the most part. So if your profile states that you want someone who's, I don't know, 25 to 35 or not within 10 years of your age. And by the way, that's not within 10 years of my age. I just want to be upfront about that. Um, and then a 60 or 70-year-old contacts them. That 60 or 70-year-old should not expect a response. So don't be bothered by it when they don't get back because you didn't take the time to read their profile. And if you did, you didn't actually follow what they were asking for because you don't fit their criteria at all. There was a time when you could actually state what you were looking for: size, age, race, qualities, intellect, and our society has changed, and a lot of those things you could still put in there. They're no longer menu items, but you could put them in. But there's a good chance that you would be lambasted by several people online for being, for it's the, what is the term? No F's, no F's. That was you can fill it out. Think about it. And that used to be in a lot of the profiles. And that's not something, I mean, it's not nice. It's exclusionary. You can say what you want in words that aren't offensive. But, some people still do that. Uh, Thinking about like my profile, I don't really say what I want because I don't want to be offensive and I don't want to exclude people. However, we all have likes. We all know what we like. And I think I'm an old guy, but I prefer, I don't know, 35 to 50. Um, and that has to do with the fact that most of the people that I see or speak with that are my age seem to me to be much older than me. And it's not what I'm looking for. Um, and I know that some people find that offensive, but although I have gray hair and an old man body, my brain isn't as quick as it used to be, but it thinks much younger than what I'm seeing out there in the world. Um, and this isn't for everyone. There are a lot of people that I think are my age that are 20 years younger than me. And there are guys I see that I think are younger than me that are 10 or 15 years older than me. So there's that, and I don't know how we even got into this. It has nothing to do with this app thing. But going back to chats, if you say hey and I say hey, I'm saying hey because you've given me no information and I'm just being courteous enough to respond to your chat. If you don't follow that up with an actual question and send a photo if you don't have one in your profile, then don't expect a response. There are others where I will contact them and talk to them. We might have a 2 or 3 way here, there, back and forth, and then they just ghost you. And did they lose interest? No. It's what they were looking for was a DTF, like right now. And after 3 little back and forths, you didn't suggest it, and maybe somebody else did. So they're going to concentrate on that, and you're just out of the picture. Don't take that the wrong way. Don't say that they're rejecting you because they don't like you. You just weren't quick enough on saying DTF. Okay? Also, I hear this complaint a lot is that gay spaces have gone away. And the explanation is because society is so much more accepting that gays don't need gay spaces. I call bull s on that, in that may be part of the reason that you can go as a gay couple and feel comfortable in a restaurant that you might not have been able to before. But it's not that, it's the apps. Gay men used to go out to gay spaces to meet and socialize with other gay men. Now, if they want to meet a gay guy, they can go online and they don't have to go out. They don't have to put themselves out there, look their best, say things that aren't going to get them slapped across the face. They don't need to do that anymore because they just have the apps. And that is actually what I think has killed the gay spaces it's not acceptance by society because, believe it or not, unless you're in a large metropolitan area, there's a good chance that your city doesn't accept you the way that news media says that they do. I don't know what more I can say about apps right now, other than I do go on two or three of them, but it's mostly just to look at pictures. It's like, hey, who's new? Do I know these people? Or I will meet somebody, but we won't exchange information. And I'll go online and think, well, maybe they're on there. I can contact them that way, or and say, hey, it was nice meeting you, etc. And that's pretty much what it is. I think I've maybe met over the years two people through an app where I've actually set up something to go meet them, have coffee or whatever. Um, whatever. But that's about it. For the most part, I meet men in person. Um, I tend to go out so I can actually have conversations with them. And you also get to see what they look like because online, so many people have photos that are 10, 15 years old or 20 or 30 pounds ago. So they may look really good in the picture, but since that picture was taken, they've changed a lot. So just be prepared for that if you're going to do app dating. I also like to go out and play pool. So I go to the Eagle here in Portland, and I play pool there every Thursday night. And yeah, there's a used to be sparse as far as the players. Now there's so many that if you're not there early, you wait a long time to get on the table. And by the time you do, there's so many people that they've gone to doubles to speed things up. It's still fun. Still a lot of guys there that fun to talk to, fun to be around. You should probably, if you're interested in that, check the Eagles website, Eagle Portland. It's on North Lombard, and look at their events page, and it'll tell you they have a different event every night. Thursdays happen to be pool, so check it out, and maybe I'll see you there. And it'll be like a live meet and greet. Oh my God, wouldn't that be something? Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a wonderful upcoming weekend, and I will see you another time. Bye 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 bye.